As recently as 6 to 7 years ago, over 50% of users found push notification just an annoying distraction. Today, 70% of consumers find them useful. If you aren't using push notifications in your daily communication, don't wait any longer. If you're already using them, maybe you're looking for a way to increase their effectiveness. In this episode, I will share with you 5 ways how to make your customer happy to see and open your notification, and most importantly, encourage them to do the action you push them to do. Before I move on to the 5 promised push notification boosters, let me explain what it actually is and how the process works. Push notifications are a form of interaction consisting in pushing a message from the server at a specific moment and displaying it independent of the type of notification in user browser or directly on the user device. As in the case of SMS, initially push notifications were intended to convey technical information, but marketers constantly spoil this communication channel as well. More importantly, push notifications may also be displayed on the recipient's screen even when he or she is not using our application or browsing our website at the moment. In the context of mobile marketing, we can distinguish 3 types of push notification. Web push, also known as browser push. These are notifications sent to the user via a web browser. This form of communication applies both stationary devices like desktop web push as well as smartphones or tablets. Mobile web push. The factor that distinguishes web push notifications from the type described below is that they are sent to the web browser, not to the device. Mobile push. These are messages that appear on the user's smartphone or tablet in the notification bar on the lock screen. They are also sent when the user is not using the application. Mobile push campaigns are an effective method of driving users back to the application. This communication channel can also be used to send personalized messages with special offers or campaigns based on geolocation. In-app messages. Unlike mobile push notifications, these notifications require the user to use the application at a given moment, but are used to inform users about updates, attract the attention of a potential customer at the right time and at the right stage of interaction with the application. The in-app notification campaign is a great way to increase user engagement or transfer them from the appropriate application module. As with other communication channels, push campaigns can be sent massively or sent to a single user at a very specific time. It is the recipient who decides whenever they want to interact with push, starting from clicking on the notification or not. How does it work technically? Most notifications use Firebase key from Google, through which external systems, such as marketing automation systems, can use this channel. The message itself can be interactive, example, deep linking, expiration date, etc. We will also notice a difference between the functions of push notification on both iOS and Android. However, it sounds pretty simple overall, right? Unfortunately, you actually have to dig a little deeper to get that holy grail, aka conversion. So what you can do to make your push notifications more effective? Method 1. maximize deliverability. Deliverability. Maximize deliverability. How to hack the deliverability of your notifications. Let's be honest. Do you ever once in a while wonder if your push notification even reach the device you send them to? Unfortunately, there is a risk of them dying in a void. What are the factors that determine whenever your push will even reach your user screen? Chinese original equipment manufacturers, OEMs, with Android, such as Xiaomi, Vivo, or Oppo, optimize their devices to conserve battery power. What does this mean in practice? After a while, background applications are closed or their processes are suspended. As a result, the device is cut off from push gateways such as Google Cloud Messaging, GCM, FCM, Firebase Cloud Messaging, and APN, Apple Push Notification. For this reason, push notifications are either not delivered or only a few are provided. Let me break it down with an explanation of how push gates work using the example of FCM, Fire-Based Communication. The message is created in Notification Editor and the request to send the message is sent to the FCM backend. The FCM receives the message request on the backend, generates the message identifier and other metadata, and sends it to the platform-specific transport layer. When the device is online, the message is sent to the device. The application receives a message or notification on the device. The connection can also be broken when your client has a poor or no internet connection. Is there any way you can help it to get there? Yes, but only indirectly. When choosing your provider of push technologies, pay attention to whether it uses Xiaomi push or Huawei push gateways, in addition to the standard GCM, FCM, and APN gates for sending notifications. You can also ask your users to adjust their Android settings accordingly, allowing your app to send notifications without restrictions. However, if commitment is not yet your customer's strength, the result of your request may not be satisfactory. Method 2. Choose your shipping time consciously. The second way I would like to tell you is to optimize your notifications, not only in terms of size and their content, which I will talk about in a moment, but also the shipping time adjusted to the time with the greatest activity of your customers. Since you know that the subscriber has a chance to click on the notification only if it reaches him, send pushes when your clients are active on the network. Simple. But how to determine when they are actually active? There are several ways. An initial stage, you can use Google Analytics. Check on which days of the week and at what time you have the most traffic on your website or the largest number of transactions. When you will be able to estimate when your customers are active on the network and eager to act. As more notifications are sent, you will have more and more data about your recipients, and you will be able to see what results are generated by notifications sent on particular day and hour. By comparing this data with the statistics from your analytics, you will be able to choose your business best time for each day of the week. To confirm your guesses, Run A/B tests. This will be a more reliable solution that will all allow you to make a final decision. What I have told you so far will not work for one specific group of users. We'll call them dormant clients. Each user that is asleep is wasted potential income. Often an active user becomes inactive for various reasons. As such, it's important to find out who these users are and why they stopped using your website or app before creating notification. American psychiatrist Milton Erickson once said, "The effectiveness of communication is not defined by communication itself, but by reaction." What rules us all? Emotions. The truth is, emotions rule everything and also support the reasoning process. Method 3. Learn the mechanism of behavioral economics. The third way to increase the effectiveness of push campaigns is to use elements of behavioral economics. I will share with you literally a few examples. If you would like me to record a separate episode on this subject, let me know in the comments. I'm sure you have a personal feelings on the communication and Black Friday offers. What is this one particular day so popular? The main factor is the so-called FOMO effect. FOMO is an abbreviation of the phrase fear of missing out. The fear that we will miss something. People don't want to miss interesting and valuable deals. This also applies to shopping. On the occasion of Black Friday, a sense of urgency and exclusivity is especially built and inducted. Sellers use words like important, immediately, reminder, only today, wait, fast, alert, etc. They encourage quick actions. Words like restriction, exclusive to, pass, reward, give, and more help you achieve the same. People love to be pampered. If they feel that they are treated specially, they are more likely to click on notification or choose your services. It has been said, and with good reason, that the human brain is lazy because it doesn't like analytical deliberation. The cerebral cortex, which is the newest part of this organ in evolution, consumes a lot of energy. The vast majority of everyday decisions are therefore made quickly, which is the responsibility of the oldest part of the brain. If you want to know more, I'm going to recommend the Daniel Kahneman book, Thinking Fast and Slow. These essence of engaging effective communication based on our laziness is to formulate the message in a concise, understandable way. So the notifications seems perfect. And to increase the effectiveness of your push notification, put customer experience at the center. For example, instead of only displaying information about the promotion for a specific product, add button after clicking on which the customer will be automatically redirected to the product. The so-called deep links to these products in your app will allow users to react to push notifications immediately and thus increase the number of conversions. Method 4. Verify that you meet the technical requirements for push notifications. Getting to know even the deepest secret behind the human behavior will not help you if your push is not properly presented on users' screens. Do you know how long the perfect push should be? I bet no. Luckily, the RedLink team researched this for us on a variety of operating systems and smartphone models. So what is the optimal number of characters for mobile push notifications? up to 171 characters for text notifications, up to 51 characters for text notifications with graphics, up to 540 characters for text notifications with action buttons. For graphics and action buttons, text is displayed the same as for the graphic itself. If you don't want to keep wondering if your push notification messages will be displayed on the screen in its entirety, and at the same time you want to communicate effectively, remember these few tips. Usually, the shorter the notification, the better. Try not to exceed 171 characters, and if using graphics, keep it under 51 characters. Include the most important information at the beginning. You will be sure that even if the event of a push being cut, the user will only see the first part. This is the most important. Use action buttons and check which the recipient like best. You can use emojis if they are consistent with your visual communication strategy. They do not shorten the length of the display push, but make it stand out positively. Method 5. Stay up to date with changes to the latest version of operating system. The last way is to make an additional lock pick that will allow you to ensure the effectiveness of your push notification in the future. Stay up to date with changes in the latest version of operating system. Let me give you an example. Did you know that the latest Android version debuted just 2 weeks ago, and with it, the way push notifications are displayed on Android devices has changed significantly? The changes are designed to give customers more control over notification, reduce the mess, and improve overall Android push messaging experience. It is true that Android has long allowed you to turn off notification in individual applications, but Google has decided to reverse the whole process. Now, when you launch the app for the first time, it will ask you to grant the appropriate permission, exactly as before it was the case with the access to location, camera, or microphone. If Android 12 and all previously released version of Android apps were able to send notifications from the moment they were installed, if the user did not want to receive notifications from a specific application, he had to unsubscribe from them manually by going to settings. With new Android 13, a pop-up will appear when you open an app asking if you want to receive notification from that particular app. You can allow or deny the app to send you notifications. If you ignore this notification as an Android 13 user, you will not be saved for notification, but the application will be able to ask you for your consent again until you select the Do Not Allow option. If your application is designed for Android 13 or later, then you have full control over when the permission dialog is displayed. Use this opportunity to explain the users why the app needs this permission by encouraging them to grant it. Giving customers time to explore your app will help them understand the value of your notifications. For example, if you are running a travel app that allows customers to book last-minute deals on a budget, it's best to wait for customers to register the account before asking them to enable notification. Likewise, an e-commerce store app can ask for consent when a customer subscribes to newsletter. Once you're properly prepared for Android 13 use the method I mentioned earlier. Although each of them is effective, the best result will be achieved if you combine them together. But it's not only the users who live on Android alone. It is worth remembering that also in the near future, all Huawei phones will switch to their own Harmony AOS operating system. So stay tuned and track changes that may affect the effectiveness of your actions. Do you know any other tricks to increase the effectiveness of push notifications? Be sure to share them with me in the comments below.